What up, YouTube? Back here with another quick battle video. Got a pretty interesting one here for you. So, I'm of course playing as Vampire Counts. Um, Nothing too special here or crazy. I was trying to imagine what a Lizardmen player might throw at me, so I did bring some spearmen, some great weapons to bring down any big monsters, and of course my Graveguard to hold. I think I brought Wind to Death as well. Yeah, just because you never know with them, they could have, infantry lines or whatever, so I thought that might be a good time to give that a test. Black Knights and regular Dire Wolves. My opponent, on the other hand, has brought the one and only Shredder of Lustria. Look at this beautiful beast with its purple highlights here on its head. So this is the Regiment of Renown Dread Saurian, and it is a absolute monster. So in addition to regular Fear and Terror, which don't really affect vampire count units that much. I mean, Terror will, but not in the same way that would affect another unit. But the -8 leadership is definitely going to hurt. It has these little skinks on the top here that are going to be chucking spears apparently, but they also have these machine gun blow dart situation here as well. Next, he's got solar engines and a Slan Mage Priest of Life. So I actually have a pretty similar build that I will run with the Dread Saurian sometimes. But I think bringing the... oh, sorry. I think I said this was a solar engine. It's actually a Rev Crystal Bastiladon. He's got some skinks and stuff back here that I don't think are necessary when you bring a Bastiladon. Or, sorry, a Dread Saurian. But we'll get into it here. I'm going to speed it up a little bit because there's... He just kind of sends a Dread Saurian up early like this, and we'll just kind of see how things go here. So I noticed the Chameleon Skinks. I think they have Snipe. They do not. So as soon as they start shooting, we're going to see them. But he's just kind of getting some skirmishing down on our front line because, of course, as a Vampire Counts, there isn't really much we can do about that. This is that poison effect going down on my Skeletal Spearman, I believe. Not sure what else that could be. Actually, it could be the passive healing from spell casting. I might have casted a spell at some point. I did not bring Gaze of Nagash, unfortunately, here. But anyway, there's going to be quite a bit of posturing, so I'll speed up a little bit here. We're just kind of getting position. But we do get a nice charge on the Chameleon Skinks here, which causes a bit of a blob fight, which in general, when there's a Dread Saurian on the field, you really don't want to take that as a Vampire Counts. However, he's brought his Slan Lord up here, so we're going to look for a surround. We're going to feint with the Black Knights that we're going after the Skink cohorts, and we're going to look to wrap around here and collapse on the Slan. So I get my Banshee in there. We get the Black Knights charging in. I'm trying to bring these Spearmen up to kind of shield us from the Temple Guard and things that are going to look to support. And in addition, we've also caught the Rev Crystal Bastiladon over here with a bunch of great swords and some Crypt Horrors. So shattered the Chameleon Skinks, which was the original goal, but when we saw the Slan, we kind of dove in on that, and he took the opportunity to use a banishment here, which normally that would be pretty good, but for his banishment, he's really only killed my Black Knights here, so let's see how much damage value he got on that. Yeah, only 400 value, so that's one of the lower damage value banishments I've seen, but now we've got a surround on the Shredder here, so we're going to be looking to poke him down a bit as well. Even got Kemmler in there chasing him. Getting a couple hits in as he can, which is a little risky. Go for a Wind to Death here, I think. And I thought it would pay off here because we had the Temple Guards, but I really should have put it a little bit closer. As you zoom in here, you can kind of see that they're much more to the left than I had originally thought, so that was a pretty bad cast. Let's see, where's Kemmler out? Let's see how much damage value we got for that one. Probably not much. You know, 1200 is not horrible. Obviously, you're looking for a lot more than that for such an expensive spell. But it only costs 200 gold and 20 wins. And as long as I've got my Necromancer here to generate wins for me, I'm not too mad about that trade. Now, of course, we got the Banshee constantly chasing the Shredder here, just kind of poking him as much as she can. We got the Shredder down to 8,000 HP, which it starts out at, I believe, like something like 11. Yeah, 11,000. So we've done some serious work to him. And now we're just kind of chasing the Slann around. So typically what you would expect is to keep those Star Chamber Guardians right on the Slann, because they actually have Guardian, which is gives a ward save to lords and heroes in their area. We also noticed the Skink Chiefs over here kind of caught out, so I'd take the chance to charge them with the Black Knights. But then we find ourselves in yet another blob fight. I think he was trying to save his Rev Crystal Bastiladon, which we've barely been able to scratch. I finally summoned Krell because, again, we've got the Slann Priest isolated. So we're going to look to surround again on the Slann. Of course, despite how large and in charge the Toad is here, he's actually pretty quick with 34 speed, which obviously that's not terribly fast, but for, you know, the units I got chasing him, he's going to be a lot faster than most of them, besides the Banshee. So he takes another banishment here, it looks like. And this one's actually probably going to do some decent work. So he's at about 25 kills. Yeah, look at that. That was a really good banishment. Wow. Absolutely crazy. Over 125 kills with that single banishment. Now, granted, it was a lot of spearmen and zombies and stuff. But nevertheless, he cleared that crowd, that's for sure, which kind of freed up the Shredder as well to get moving. So, really good banishment there by my opponent. Again, get another zombie summon down. Just trying to see if we can't route this Slann here. He does not have Fear or Terror, actually, so we can definitely get a Terror out on him if I can get the Banshee to stick. But he very intelligently uses his Skinks to kind of tar pit us so he can get the Slann free again. So it's really good maneuvering by my opponent here with the Slann. But yet again, we have the Shredder surrounded. It's down to about 5,000 HP now, so really starting to work that down, and Krell is definitely going to be doing some work here on this thing. Again, Krell does have a hard time sticking to targets, but when he can get in there, he's definitely going to put in some work. So about 700 value, gold value from him right now. Got that Skink Chief down really low over there as well. Looks like they're going to be wavering off the field here shortly. And my poor Necromancer is just kind of scooting along the ground with only 18 speed now. He's been poisoned. We do get a Terror route on the Slann here, which turns into a full-fledged route. So I'm going to look to bring my Direwolves over here and chase him off. And my opponent tries to use the Bastiladon to get the Slann free. So now we get a surround on this Bastiladon as well. Reapplying poison with our Cryptors here to kind of tar pit it. Maybe I was banking on the Slann Priest just running off the field. But with Skink standing right there, he'll definitely come back. So we're going to want to jump back on that as soon as we can. We do have the Shredder down to 2,000 HP now, or just under 3,000. And the balance of power is looking really bleak for my opponent here. Got some tactical reserves off to the sides. You know, he's got a lot of things to micro over here between the Rev Bastiladon, the Shredder, and also the Slann when the Slann comes back. But the Direwolves will be chasing him off, hopefully. Yep, there they go. And we're also looking to pin that Skink Chief down over there. We do get a route on the Bastiladon, but I noticed that Kemmler here is taking a beating from the Shredder. My opponent found an opportunity to kind of turn around on Kemmler there and beat him down a bit. So we're at our heal cap and at half HP. So we definitely want to stay away from him as much as possible. But my opponent has definitely got some... He's seeing red now, so he's trying to hunt down Kemmler. Which I thought I'd be free and clear here because, you know, I'm on a horse. I didn't expect the Shredder to be able to catch me, especially if I can keep poison on him with the Cryptors. But as you'll see, I get a little too big for my britches here and get a little too close to the Shredder. I was trying to bait him in a little bit, but with that charge animation and the poison that the Skink Priest is applying, the Shredder's actually able to get on me. Somehow he misses his attack. So we're just going to slip out of there with Kemmler. Absolutely crazy stuff there. I was really playing it a little too close, but army losses kick in with all these units routing off the field, and we're able to pull out a victory. So really good game to my opponent. I love the build, and I'm actually going to take a second here to kind of show you guys what I would do with a Shredder build. So this is the build that I would recommend going with if you wanted to play the Shredder. You can bring all the abilities on the Slon because they're all going to be useful. The Banishment's going to be great for crowd clearing. Regrowth is a necessity, and then from there it's kind of up to you. Do you want an Awakening of the Woods, so that way you can save your Banishment for heavy armor? Because the Awakening of the Wood, again, it's really good at clearing light infantry, and it's pretty cheap. You don't need Dwellers Below for sure, but maybe Shield of Thorns could be worth bringing. I don't think you need any of the items on the Slon, especially not the Blood Statue out of spite, because you got your Shredder and some of your spells if you really need to do AoE damage. Or if Quetzal can be good, plus 30 armor and 24 melee defense. That actually could be really good if you're sticking with the Shredder, but more importantly, it can help your Star Chamber Guardians protect the Slon even more, so definitely worth considering bringing that. Next would be, okay, what kind of units are the enemy going to bring that can actually defeat the Shredder of Lustria? And that's going to be Skirmish Cav is going to be your worst nightmare. So consider bringing maybe Pterodon Riders, not the Fire Leech variety, but just regular, can do the trick. You can't get a net without Mazdamundi, unfortunately. Otherwise, a net would be really good as well to help with your banishments. Well, maybe that's an option. To bring Mazdamundi. Got Ruination of Cities for crowd clearing. You can bring net. Let's see. Don't need any of those. Sunburst Standard. That would be really good for the Shredder. We can put him on a mount too if we need to. And net banishment's going to be really good. Or net ruination. And then from there, let's see. What do we need? What else do we need? I would say more Temple Guard. And then maybe consider bringing Zlak. I don't know if it's totally necessary, though. Now, if we're looking to play this in a tournament, we're definitely going to need some more units. We don't have nearly enough. So consider Chameleon Skinks to help peel off the Shredder. Let's see, and that should get us to tournament legal here. So yeah, we definitely have 300 units there, so that should be tournament legal. Oh wait, sorry. If we bring Mazdamundi, rather, we need a Rev Crystal for sure. Yeah, so if you're going to bring Mazdamundi, you need a Rev Crystal. I don't know if we need the Star Chamber Guardians if we're bringing Mazdamundi, because we can just put him on Zlak. And that should keep him protected. We'd still definitely want the Pterodon Riders for sure. So at least 3 of those. So yeah, so now we just need to fill out to be tournament legal here. So just some skinks. Again, just to get us the numbers that we need. Probably could get away with 2 because that's 120, 120. Oh, it's close. Alright, that should do the trick for sure. So here's another build that you can go with if you prefer Mazdamundi and want to use the net. Curse of the Midnight Wind can be good as well. We do have a little bit of money left, so we could also get Harmonic Convergence as well. But yeah, so this is another alternate option if you like Mazdamundi and don't feel like you need the regrowth. Maybe if you're expecting some more light infantry, so like maybe you're going up against, I don't know, greenskins or something like that, this one could work pretty well against that. We got the Pterodon Riders to take out any skirmish cav, Chameleon Skinks to poison any of the Shredder's targets. The Shredder also has poison itself. And we have the Skink cohort just to kind of fill out the army and get any flanking done that we need. So yeah, there's another option. All right. Thank you guys so much. Give the video a like if you like the content. Please consider subscribing as well. I have a end of April goal of getting 20 subscribers, so please help me out with a subscription. All right. Thank you guys so much, and I'll catch you in the next one.